This is the injury report presented by NYU Langone Health. Giants running back Cam Skattebo is expected to miss the rest of the season as he recovers from surgery to repair his dislocated ankle that we all saw him suffer in the loss against the Eagles. Will he lose a step when he comes back next season, or is it back to being a human bowling ball when he touches the rock? In today's injury report, we have Dr. Kirk A. Campbell, an orthopedic surgeon over at NYU Langone Health. Doc, please come with some good news on this one. First, we lose Malik Neighbors. Now we lose Skattebo. Appreciate you hopping on with us, and this is what you specialize on. So can you break down for us what exactly happened to the ankle during that play? Gruesome injury, and what's the surgery process going to be like for Skattebo?
So thanks for having me. Definitely a very, very tough, injury. He's a very physical player. I'm sure people have seen the replays, of the play. So unfortunately, what happened is that, he dislocated the ankle. Not only did he dislocate the ankle, there are reports that this was an open injury, which means that, the bone went through his skin. So in all likelihood, this is a fracture dislocation of the ankle. Very, very tough injury. It sounds like he's already had surgery. They have a fantastic medical team. So, I think the chances of him coming back next season are pretty high.
So what's like the typical timeline for return to play for a running back like Scat after a severe ankle dislocation like that? And can you break down the stages of his road to getting back to action?
Absolutely. So, again, I'm not a part of his medical team, so everything I'm going to say is, going to be based on assumptions. So he had an open injury. So first and foremost, want to make sure that, it does not develop a significant infection to the joint, which is the reason why they addressed it, so quickly after the injury. If everything goes as planned, he'll be going through a period of being unable to put any weight. So he'll be non-weight bearing for a few weeks after surgery to give it a chance for the skin and in all likely the bone to heal a bit. He'll then start weight bearing. He'll gradually return to, gentle jogging and eventually running to start to get back into shape. So he's going to look at least, a 6 to 8 month recovery from this type of injury.
There's some rumors around the internet right now that he may need a second surgery. Is that a possibility?
That is always a possibility with this type of injury. Again, we're unsure if there is any associated nerve or arterial injury. If you could tell from the pictures, his leg was pointed in the opposite direction. So there's always concern for some kind of neurovascular injury. In addition, to any other bony pathology that may be there. Hopefully not. Hopefully it was just, the fracture dislocation. They're able to fix everything primarily. They were able to close his skin so that way he could get on his way to recovery.
Unfortunate for this kid who is just stepped onto the scene and is already a fan favorite. Rookie, we know his age, young guy, it's a young guys league. So do you think that he gets back to being that physical type of running back that he was? And what factors into him being, I guess, fully recovered versus losing a step?
So hopefully he will not lose a step, but this is a very, very tough injury, especially for somebody like him that relies on his quickness. He's very evasive. So, in the initial recovery phases, he will lose a step, right? He may not be back to, what we saw as he first comes back from this injury. But the goal is to try and get him back as close to what he was, when he's able to get back. A very similar, situation happened a few years ago with Dak Prescott, a very similar injury, and he's able to come back from that injury. So this is not unprecedented for, a football player to come back from this type of, severe ankle injury.
Let's say a non-athlete suffered an ankle dislocation like Scat. How would you treat them compared to a pro athlete?
So very, very similar in terms of the way that we address these injuries. If it's an open injury, this is an orthopedic emergency, right? We address these injuries very, very quickly. We stabilize the bone if there's an associated fracture. We stabilize the joint, as well. And first and foremost, want to make sure there's no concomitant neurovascular injury that needs to be addressed. And a similar timeline for our everyday athlete to kind of get back to doing things that they enjoy, typically in the 6 to 8 month time point. The thing that Skattebo has that a lot of regular everyday athletes don't have. He has a fantastic medical team. He has a fantastic training staff, and he'll be rehabbing, quite intensely for several days during the week, where our average person may go to physical therapy 2, maybe 3 times per week. He'll be there in the facility every day, trying to get back.
Thanks for that, Doc. Unfortunate for this kid. He was fun to watch this season. Hopefully we get to see him back at 100% next year. Thanks, Doc, for
Yeah,
hopping
he'll be
on with
back.
us. Yeah.